There ain't no need to adjust your cell phone, computer, television, whichever device you prefer to watch me on. I am back. And here today we're talking about spring fragrances because, well, it's springtime, right? It's time to rake the leaves and plant some seeds and rebirth of the earth, as I like to say. Many others have stole that line from me, but that's okay. We know where that line originated from. It originated from Cali. Right here, me in the flesh. Today, I'm giving you 12 phenomenal fragrances for you to wear right now in the springtime. So, stay tuned. Let's go. Hey, if you're new here, my name is Dave. This channel is all about grooming and fragrance. Do me a favor. Hit subscribe kindly, everyone, please, for the love of God. Click the like button. I appreciate those who are returning. You guys know I love you, baby. Don't forget to comment. I would love to know what are some of your favorite springtime fragrances, or maybe just some fragrances that you've been wearing recently that you enjoy. Share your thoughts with us. And with this said, with that said and out of the way, let's get it. Woohoo! Man, I haven't forgotten a whole lot here to say. But look, man, this is one that I recently added to the collection, and I freaking love this stuff from Parfums de Marly. This is Sedley. Do you guys remember Sedley? Back in the day, there was a whole thing where Parfums de Marly was like, hey, we forgot to let the bottles macerate, and we have to relaunch the fragrance and all that stuff. Remember that? That was crazy. That was crazy. Crazy times in the Fragcom back then, but times are kind of crazy right now in Fragcom too. Maybe I'll get into that on a different video, but hey, enough of the tangent. Let's spray Sedley and see what we get. I know what I get because look, man, I've been loving on this one. This is fresh, fantastic. It's aromatic, it's slightly spicy. It has this beautiful note of lavender, which presents itself in a soapy, clean, fresh way. That's just what I get from it. But also you have this very nice crisp note of mint in here, along with some bergamot, a watery accord, amplifying the freshness. Solar note, whatever the frick that means. Maybe they wanted to say violet and thought they'd give us something cool to say, like a solar note. You have a bit of sandalwood in here, incense, which I don't get any incense from this. White musk for sure. Some dry cedar wood on the base. This stuff is amazing. It is pretty much Parfums de Marly interpretation of a blue scent. This, to me, though, reminds me of more of like a sort of like a citrus aromatic meets blue fragrance with a bit of soapy, clean, fresh lavender. That's pretty much what I get from this one. Of course, that dry woodiness that I said is coming from, or assuming is coming from, sandalwood. Guys, awesome stuff right here. I love this one for the office because it is not very loud and projecting. It is more of a subtle, not intimate wear, but it's one that just does not scream off the skin is what I'm trying to say. And I love that for the office. Relatively new and already the dent starting to form. Love this stuff, guys. Incredible. This will have you smelling great for hours. 6-7 hours is what I get on my skin with this one here. Again, it just smells incredible. Great for springtime, but really, you could signature scent this one. You could wear whenever you want. But hey, we're talking about spring fragrances today, so I recommend it for the spring. That's why. Here, Sedley from Parfums de Marly. The next fragrance, I'm still good with that bottle flip, baby. Comes from Habibi, New York. This one, white Moroccan leather. Appropriately named white, right? So, because that's kind of the color that I see when I wear this fragrance here. This is great. I love this one. And the reason why I love it so much is because fresh leather fragrances are a genre that should exist but don't. It is very hard. Great sprayers too. Great distribution, great coverage on the skin you get with these atomizers from Habibi, New York. But I love fresh leather scents, though. This fresh leather scent, though, fresh leathers are very hard to come by. Oh, this one is so great, guys. So great. It's spicy. It's earthy with a bit of patchouli. and you have a bit of orris here that gives it this powdery freshness through this that runs through the scent. Then there's this suede leather, this clean suede leather on the dry down. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff here. I love wearing this. See, in the Northeast here, where I am located, the upper Northeast region of America, it gets very cool here, right? So there's a combination of cold, and then you have your, warmer days, not really hot, but warmer days here. And this one is one that I love to wear on the cooler days of spring. Stuff is beautiful, long lasting too. It's about an 8-hour wear here. Fantastic creation. I absolutely love this stuff, guys. If you like the idea of citruses meeting with some orris, that powdery iris, along with some suede leather, definitely check this one out. Try it. It's great. Grab yourself a sample. I know samples are available on the website. Stuff is awesome, guys. Again, white Moroccan leather from Habibi, New York. Next up is a very popular house. Okay, you guys know this house. You know them very, very well. It's a niche brand. Okay, I mix it up here. Right, we're gonna have some niche. We're gonna have some designer. Don't even worry about that. But this one right here, very popular house. Criminally underrated fragrance. I did a review on the channel way back when. You can go search that video, check it out. This I'm talking about comes from the house of Nishane. This is Ambre Calabria. This stuff is fantastic. It is a floral amber scent basically, but you also have these bitter green components that accompany this amber, this vanilla scent. This stuff is fantastic. Criminally underrated scent here from Nishane. This fragrance contains notes of bergamot, galbanum. You have jasmine in here, along with a bit of coriander, a sweet amber accord musk, and vanilla. This is one where you have to appreciate bitter greens in your fragrances, because there is a bitter-like component with the galbanum. So you do have to appreciate bitter green fragrances, almost stem-like. If you've ever walked up to like a plant and broke off one of the green stems, snap it in half and kind of smell it, you smell this, bitter green quality. That's kind of what the galbanum is doing in here. It's bitter, it's green, beautiful florals accompany that bright green, bitter nuance that I spoke about. And then you have the vanilla that softens that bitter green feel that I just spoke of. And then you add the amber here. Fantastic. And, ambers are mainly something that we gravitate toward and wear in the fall, the winter months, especially the winter months. Here, the interesting thing is that Nishane, the perfumer here, used an amber accord, but along with the fresh components, along with the greenery that I spoke of here, the amber makes it suitable for the springtime. Guys, unisex scent here. If you appreciate greens, florals, vanilla, and ambers, along with some musk, you must check out Ambre Calabria from Nishane. This is another potent beast from the brand. It's an extrait de parfum, so you already know it's going to last you 10 hours plus. Great longevity and projection with this one here. Again, Ambre Calabria from Nishane. Talking about an affordable fragrance house, and one of the best from the brand, from the house of Essential Parfum. This one here is called Bois Imperial from Quintin Biche. This is a Quintin Biche creation, or as I like to call him, Quintin Biche, please. This one here, guys, just fresh, invigorating, it's woodsy. It's just a great fragrance. It's easy, it's effortless. Man, this takes no thinking. It's almost like a dumb reach. And oh God, it smells so good. It's compliment inducing. It's one of those fragrances that is just mass appealing. It's attention getting. It's professional, but yet can have this casual approach to it, depending on how you choose to dress for the day. I absolutely love this stuff. Perfect for the office. It's one that doesn't scream off of skin, but it's one that when somebody enters your bubble, when they get a little bit closer to you, they're going to smell you and think that you smell absolutely fantastic, man. Jaw-dropping type of stuff. I did not quite understand the hype going into this one, because when I took a look at the note breakdown, I thought that The note breakdown seemed pretty simplistic. I thought it was just meh, like what is the big deal with this? I sprayed this on skin for the first time in Indigo at Indigo Perfumery. They're located in Ohio, and this was an instant love for me and an easy, one of the easiest purchases I ever made in a store, guys. Bois Imperial from Essential Parfum. I know they have an X-ray version of this. I did try that fragrance. The only thing that I remember from it is thinking to myself that it smelled a little bit too close to this one to, add it to my collection. So at this point in time, I cannot compare this to the X-ray just because I don't remember that fragrance enough to be able to make the connection. All that I remember from all that I took away from that was thinking to myself, it smells great. It's definitely amplified, so it's definitely a lot more shouty. It's projecting a lot more, but it smells very close to this. And that's, just going by memory. So I think if you were kind of torn between the two, sample both, see which one you prefer. For me, the Eau de Parfum right here that I'm showing you is just fine, guys. Check it out from Essential Parfum. This is Bois Imperial. This next fragrance and fragrance house, I spent some time speaking about this through this house through the fall and the winter months, because I recently discovered the brand. It's a brand that's been on my radar for quite some time. I finally got to sample the line and go through and select two of my favorites, one being Little Song. Now you know who the brand is, of course, Meo Fusciuni. This one here, though, is Spirto. Spirto is the brand's take on a fougere. What you get is a combination of spices, some greenery, and herbs. The wearing experience of this fragrance is one that is very dry. This is a very dry fragrance through and through. If you could imagine dried herbs, kind of like kitchen or culinary herbs, if you will, that's what I get here. Very aromatic green, lightly spicy here. Fan-freaking-tastic. There's something also lemony about it, reminding me of elemi resin, and I think that is because of how dry and woody this gets on the base. And there's a light resinous nuance that comes in when the fragrance fully dries down, and that's when this lemony, sort of this lemon feel or this lemon nuance comes in. That's reminding me of elemi. I don't believe elemi resin is credited in the notes breakdown of the fragrance, the official website. However, I do get that presence within the fragrance. It's just been my experience. And let me tell you, this is very classic gentleman, is kind of how it speaks to me. Again, you have the spices, you have the herbaceous qualities, reminding me of kitchen herbs. Culinary experience is definitely here. This is fresh greens in the springtime, along with the herbaceousness of the herbs. As I mentioned, there's a bit of chamomile in here as well, which again, dried chamomile, that herbaceous quality that the chamomile provides is what I get here, what I experience. This stuff is magnificent. It's a must try. If you like, I wouldn't consider this a fougere personally. I understand what the brand says, but for me, it's not a classic fougere. So what I would recommend, suggest, if you are a fan of aromatic fragrances, you like green fragrances, you like dry, woody style fragrances, and you want a bit of a twist, an aromatic twist to them, check out Spirito. I think this is just phenomenal. I love the way this stuff smells, and it is quite a trip to wear on skin. It is very, very complex, and it will take you a long time to understand and appreciate the different nuances and the story, along with the storytelling and everything that goes with the scent right here, guys. Spirito from Meo Fusciuni is a must try. This stuff is fantastic. Definitely get yourself a sample and check it out. Let's take a break momentarily from expensive fragrances and talk about a cheapie gem, guys. I'm talking like sub $30 price point is what you will find this one at. This is one of my favorite designer lines. When you talk about affordability, this cannot be topped. This is from Lalique. This is called Encre Noire Sport. Now, for me, living where I told you I live, I love vetiver. Because here's the thing, we get a lot of rain in the early springtime, mid-spring as well, but mainly in the early stages of springtime, we get a lot of rain. For me, Vetiver and rain go hand in hand together. It is one of my most favorite, if not my favorite note, or fragrance, vetiver focused fragrance to wear during the springtime. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but pretty much I appreciate the note of vetiver when it's raining out. I think that's what I was trying to say. And this one here is great because this is one that's very easy to understand. You know, sometimes vetiver, the way that it can come off in fragrances, can present a bit of a challenge. Now here, what I love is the fact that there's these fresh notes. This comes across a bit marine or aquatic or something like that. The vetiver here is done in a very subtle way. You have more of these fresh ingredients that pretty much run the show, and then you have this undercurrent of vetiver that just pops its head out. It's earthy, yes, but you have these fresh components that are reminding me of a very bright sunny day along with this vetiver. So if you're new to vetiver, this is a perfect place to start. If you love fresh fragrances, if you are used to blue fragrances, though I wouldn't really class this as a blue scent specifically, but it does go in a blue direction for sure. Here we have grapefruit, bergamot, nutmeg, cypress, watery notes, lavender, along with a host of different vetiver ingredients, along with cashmere wood and musk. The end result is just that, guys. A fresh, slightly spiced fragrance. The watery notes, giving me that aquatic feel. I said marine. Maybe it's the certain, spicy vetiver, earthy vetiver variant that they're using here. Fantastic. I absolutely love this stuff. I saw that Joma Shop has this for $25. Joma Shop, you can get it anywhere from 4 days to 6 months, depending on, what the hell goes on with that website, which is why I never really recommend them, but that's a story for another time. But you can easily find this at pretty much every discounter in the US for roughly $25 to $35. It is definitely worth the pickup. These come in a 100 ml bottle, and they all smell. So I've never tried indigo. So the Acqua Noir line, aside from indigo, of all smell great, guys. Acqua Noir Sport is fantastic. If you're looking for an intro to vetiver, an affordable fragrance, an easy to wear fragrance, this would be right up your alley. So check it out. All right, from Tom Ford, this is Beau de Jour. So Beau de Jour used to be a private blend fragrance, okay? And then they, a few years back, I guess, they had moved it into the signature line. This is very accessible online. You could find this at discounters pretty much everywhere. Oh, man, this is one of the best fougères of all time. This is class personified, like class to the umpteenth degree. You heard? This one here is very gentlemanly, okay? It's classic gentleman vibes is what this screams. Overdosed in lavender, I meant to say, not vanilla. This is overdosed in lavender. One of the best lavender fragrances I've ever smelled. One of the best fougères I have ever smelled and own in my collection. This is one of my very favorites. I love this stuff. I do love it for the cooler days of spring. However, I can easily wear this like on a weekly basis if I wanted to. I can't say daily basis because there's just too much in my collection for that. But this one right here, guys, exceptional. Along with that predominant lavender note that I just explained, you have a bit of rosemary here, creating a beautiful aromatic green nuance, some geranium along with oak moss and some patchouli. So as you can see, structurally, maintains what a fougère fragrance should contain. And I love that earthy, woody dry down with that oak moss patchouli combo on the base. This 10 out of 10. Freaking amazing stuff, guys. If you are a fan of fougères, you're looking to get into fougères, use this as a reference point. It is that damn good, guys. Fantastic one here from Tom Ford. This is Beau de Jour. This next one here was a subscriber recommendation in one of the best subscriber recommendations I have ever received. And I received a ton, believe it or not. This one, definitely one of the best. From Parlement de Parfum, this is Wake Up World. What an amazing creation this is. Amazing. Just really great. I absolutely love this. I picked this up in the fall time, I believe. And my God, what a beautiful scent this is. What a beautiful scent. Screams springtime. I could wear this whenever I want in the springtime. Casual date night into the office. It's very versatile. It smells great. It has a mass appealing factor, but yet traditionally would lean masculine. This stuff is absolutely incredible. I love the freshness here. It is not blah, meh, bland. It is not like that at all. This is a mass appeal freshness done a little bit differently. And God, I love this scent. We're talking fresh green apples. You have a bit of rose here, some bergamot along with vanilla, tonka bean, ambroxan, and benzoin. Benzoin adds a nice, beautiful resinous twist to the fragrance. Otherwise, the fragrance would just be, this fresh, woody, ambery sort of scent. Love this stuff, man. Great, great fragrance here, man. I cannot say enough great things about Wake Up World from Parlement de Parfum. If you like how I just described the fragrance, then you owe it to yourself to sample this one, check it out, see if it's as good as I think that it is. You'll never know. You'll never know unless you try it from yourself. You need to try it for yourself. Get it on your own skin and see what it does for you. For me, this checked all the boxes so much so that I own a full bottle of it. Wake Up World from Parlement de Parfum, man. Really, really great stuff here. All right, listen. I love easy to wear, dumb reach fragrances from time to time. All right, there's some times where I want a little bit more complexity in my life. Man, one of my favorite blue scents for like dumb reach, if I just want to grab something and go, is right here. Loewe Cobalt, number 7, Eau de Parfum. Yeah, that's this right here. Fantastic stuff, guys. We're talking incense, tonka bean, sage, but there is this earthy quality that I would attribute that to vetiver note, and there is kind of this like marine accord that happens here. This would remind you would think, if you've never smelled this, you'd probably think Bleu de Chanel. It sort of goes in that direction, like most blue fragrances anyway, kind of, pretty much smell similar. You cherry pick this, make a twist here, make a twist there. They kind of fall in the same direction, right? What I love about this one is the amplified freshness, guys. This stuff is fantastic. It's versatile. I could wear this the same way I could wear Wake Up World. I could wear this casually, dressed up into the office. I mean, this stuff is amazing. It smells great. It's versatile. It's mass appealing without being overly generic. I mean, there is a little bit of a generic feeling here, but I don't care. I absolutely love this stuff. It's great. It's attention-getting. It's versatile, as I said. If you wanted another one where you could signature scent, if you don't want a large collection and you just want like kind of a few Swiss Army knives in your collection, this is one that you should consider adding. And if you are into fragrances, how I describe Loewe Cobalt 7, you need to try this, man. It is that good, seriously. It's a great hidden gem out there. Not many people are talking about this. You don't see many posts about this fragrance here, and I think it is just phenomenal, guys. The performance is great too. It's about a 6-7 hour fragrance, nothing, crazy, but when you're trying, when you're looking for an office scent or, something of the sort, or that you're going to go to like a brunch, a dinner, a breakfast, whatever, like you're meeting up with friends, whatever the case is, taking a girl out on a date, you want something easy, you don't want something too, obnoxious or abrasive. You want something like this right here, guys. I love Cobalt number 7 from Loewe, and I think that you should absolutely check this one out. Now, shout out to my boy, Joe Anthony, an unaverage Joe, for putting me on to this fragrance right here. Quickly becoming one of my favorite fougères of all time. This one right here, Eau de Minthé, or Eau de Mint, from Diptyque. Fantastic. Fantastic. A photorealistic, natural smelling mint note that is just captivating. It truly is, right? A fougère through and through, though they don't credit lavender being in the fragrance. I definitely detect a powdery, soapy lavender here. It is so fresh and invigorating, but I do want to talk about the mint note. The mint note here smells like you just picked fresh mint and put it right up to your nose. It is not that bubblegummy, toothpaste-like, synthetic, harsh smelling mint. No, this is the real deal. That's what this smells like here, which is That's how I prefer mint in fragrances. I don't really appreciate toothpaste or bubblegum, takes on mint in perfume. I appreciate the natural smelling mint, and that's what you get here. So it's vibrant, it's fresh, it's green, it's aromatic, and it is simply beautiful. Unlike most fougères, at least the ones that I love and I've tried, they lean a little bit more classic. This one is not necessarily so fresh and vibrant and kind of energizing in a way that this is not going to be limited to a mature audience or for, let's leave it there, for a mature audience. This is going to be more appreciated and acceptable by a broader audience, I feel like anyway. But here you have mint, geranium, patchouli, and rose oxide. Now, I don't get any rose from this, nor have I ever experienced rose. For me, it's lavender, it's the mint, it's the patchouli. It gets dry, earthy, woody on the dry down. Leans traditionally masculine. However, I could see women pulling this off. It's genderless. If you love mint along with some lavender and patchouli, you're gonna love this fragrance, man. It's amazing. It's really amazing. One that you definitely need to try. Definitely go for the Eau de Parfum. The Eau de Toilettes don't really last all that long at all. This is an Eau de Parfum concentration, and that's what I recommend you try from Diptyque. So fresh and invigorating. I love it, man. Eau de Minthé from Diptyque. Man, I'm hammering through these a lot faster than I thought. But now we only have 2 left here. This one, guys, I've been wearing the living hell out of this fragrance ever since I received it about 3 months ago. This one from the brand of Gentleman's Nod. You guys know I'm a huge fan, big fanboy of Gentleman's Nod. This one is called Lomen. And when I describe this fragrance, you will understand that I really love it. It's me. It speaks to me. Let me tell you, you guys know my taste. You've been around. You know what I love. You know what I like. You know what I appreciate. I appreciate my green, spicy, aromatic fragrances. That's what Lomen is, man. It's given that I was going to love this. Now, I'll go as far as to say this right here, top 5 for me in terms of the brand Gentleman's Nod. Right here, you're going to be met with cypress, cardamom, a little bit of pink pepper, very spicy, aromatic green tinges here, mesquite wood, cypriol, thyme, apple, and then you have a bit of sandalwood, incense, labdanum, patchouli, and some dark musk. I detect this powdery floral nuance, not quite sure where that's coming from. This almost kind of goes into fougère territory for me, but not quite all the way there. I know that doesn't really mean a whole lot to you, so what is meaningful to you? Spicy green aromatic with a light powdery sort of floral feel. It gets woody and earthy as this fragrance dries down. Definitely leans masculine for me. I would not consider this a unisex scent. Where would you want to wear Lomen from Gentleman's Nod? Dressed up. This is a dressed up fragrance for me. Not necessarily suit and tie. You could definitely get away with it, suit and tie, but something. You want some kind of button down, a polo, a button down dress shirt, something like that. Evening out, perfect time to wear Lomen. This stuff is captivating, man. I'm telling you, if you love your spicy aromatic green fragrances, you definitely need to check out Lomen. This stuff is just amazing. I love this scent so much. Was a love at first sniff for me. It is and will be a love going forward. Lomen from Gentleman's Nod. Last but not least, comes from one of the best designer trios of all time. This is Dior Homme, but this is the original, not Dior Homme Intense. This is the original here. The one confused with Dior Homme 2020. This stuff here, beauty, incredible. This is in Eau de Toilette concentration. Was just, when it was originally launched, it was just called Dior Homme. Now, it's been repackaged since then. It used to have a silver stem, now black stem, and now just called Dior Homme Original. So what are you going to smell with this? Well, you're going to get that lipsticky powdery iris that the line is known for. Not as powdery as Dior Homme Intense. This comes across a lot more cold to me, whereas Dior Homme was very powder forward. This one here, more lipsticky focused. That lipsticky, waxy iris with the light powdery tinge to it is complemented beautifully by fresh cardamom. fresh, spicy cardamom along with vetiver. I do get a hint of tonka in here, though tonka is really not credited as a note. I get a little bit of that tonka bean as a light powdery touch to the fragrance, complementing that iris note perfectly. Guys, this stuff is beautiful, perfect for spring because it works great on the warmer spring days, works very well into the in the colder or cooler spring days. I love this one. It's not the best in terms of performance. I get like 5-6 hours with this one, but in terms of smell alone, godlike. You know what I mean? GOAT status. You know, that's I'm just a big, huge fan of the Dior Homme line. Even the new 2025 Dior Homme Parfum, which we're going to talk about in a most worn video because I've been away for a long time and I have some catching up to do. But guys, if you love the Dior Homme line, you love Dior Homme Intense because so many people have turned you on to that, you need to try this. Dior Homme Original. You could find this on discounters, believe it or not. So go seek this one out. Go check it out. Grab yourself a sample. Live with it. See if you absolutely love it. If you're a fan of the line, though, if you are a fan of the Dior Homme line, just get this. Just add it to your collection. Dior Homme Original. Fan-freaking-tastic. I just gave you guys 12 unbelievably attractive, amazing, wonderful scents to try throughout the course of the springtime. So don't waste any time. Open up your wallet, buy a bunch of samples, explore, have fun. I'll see you very soon in another video. And until that time comes, don't forget to take care of yourselves and each other. Let's have some respect for everybody, all right? Jesus, Mary and Pete, or whatever the other guy's name is that I forgot about. Anyway, you guys, look, I love you, man. Until we see each other again, remember, spray your fragrances appropriately. I'm watching you, all right? So don't be one of them crazy oversprayers, you heard? All right, guys, I'm out. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Later.